Big D, baby. Let's get it.
We got to talk about Luka. This is a guy who didn't necessarily have all the hype coming into the league that someone like MP had. Sure, he had unprecedented success in Europe, but there were plenty of people who questioned how that would translate to the NBA game. Ladies and gentlemen, I was not one of those people. I've always believed in this young man's talent, and since joining the league, he's put up LeBron James quality numbers. I mean, the guy averaged 27 and 6 in his rookie year, and he's only gotten better. He's a one-man offensive powerhouse who has a flair for the dramatic and a proven record in the clutch. Quite simply, he's a generational talent. And despite all that, MP has been better. He just has. These are two incredible players, but MP is the superior talent, and I feel confident that he'll continue to prove it as his career continues.
Have a great game, boss.
Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the
That was our national anthem performed by the talented Skylar Cole. And with that, we'll be right back in just a moment. Welcome and happy holidays from 2K Sports. It's time for NBA action. This is Kevin Harlan along with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. And of course, David Aldridge is joining us tonight from the sideline. And a look at the starters for San Antonio. Wembanyama is the center with Sohan next to him. Vassell in the wing along with Johnson. And it's prime time and at the point. And for Dallas, Seth Curry is out there with Kyrie Irving. Then it's Williams. Then it's Exum, and it's Lively in at center. Nearing the midway point of the season now, GA, what do you think is most important for teams to focus on at this point?
I think just trying to establish overall continuity. You want to head into the second half of the season with some momentum behind you, as well as just general confidence.
Time to send it now to the sideline for more on this spectacular season MP is putting together.
Thanks very much. Well, MP is still riding high from his record-setting game, breaking the single-season mark for triples made. He's far from content, though. He's looking to ride that hot hand and push the total even higher. Kevin, back to you.
We'll see how far he goes. Thanks. And good on the second, so he makes them both. What a special opportunity Dallas has with a generational talent, Clark, like Doncic.
Yeah, I agree with you there. I mean, he's special. And I think the Mavs need to do something with his presence in terms of building a competitive team around him, because Doncic expects to be in the playoffs every season.
And that drops in from beyond the arc. Three-pointer from Primetime. Primetime's got 5 points so far. And Greg, a big moment for MP as he has made his way onto the cover of Dime Magazine for their latest issue.
And anytime you get on the magazine cover, it's always a big deal to a player. MP probably grew up reading magazines like Dime, and now he gets to be on the cover. Quite the accomplishment.
And you know, for Curry, getting into the league has been a battle for Seth. I mean, he's more established and playing with more confidence now.
Here he comes, and there he goes.
Look at him punish that rim.
Boy, the guys on the bench loving every minute of that one.
And that last look brought to you by the AT&T 5G Slam Cam. On the wing, Irving fires the three, sinks the triple.
A precision passer, Curry, also excellent at seeing his guys when they're open.
Here's San Antonio. This game coming on the heels of their win against Chicago.
Remarkable consistency from deep. You can't count on that every game, especially on the road.
Yeah, you know, the defense had no answer for him. To do that kind of damage on the road, impressive.
Now here's Irving after the miss from Primetime. Irving with the ball. Really played well against Houston in his last outing. Here's Primetime, and again it's San Antonio with a three.
Boy, what a quarter for him. I mean, he's found his rhythm, and he's really riding that wave right now.
Here in the first quarter with about 2 minutes gone by. Here's Irving. Connects in the foul line jumper. Irving's got his second bucket of the game to go.
Oh, yeah, Irving, he has the mid-range in his bag now.
And Clark, here we are watching Kyrie Irving when he's on. It is amazing to watch.
Remarkably smooth as an athlete, Kevin, and otherworldly when you look at his skills as a basketball player, particularly ball handling and shot making. Talking pure basketball, he's one of the most entertaining players of the last 30 years for sure.
And it hung on the rim, but wouldn't fall for him. Here's Primetime. Oh!
Man. Wow, and that sort of showmanship is just deflating right now to a team trying to get back into a game like this.
Ouch, Greg, that is definitely an emphasis jam. A big apostrophe or exclamation point, maybe even a question mark.
And guys, I know there are a lot of questions right now defensively for this team. There's no doubt about that.
Down to 5 on the shot clock. The shot's good from Irving.
Hey, the skills of Kyrie are obvious, but what isn't so obvious is his underestimated strength.
Here's Primetime, guarded by Kerr. Primetime's shot is good.
Somebody came to play tonight. 6 out of his first 7.
Now here's Exum. He's tightly guarded. Irving for 3, and he's good on the 3-ball. Irving's got 10 points in the game.
And really the scoring this quarter has been just off the charts, doing all he can to bring them back.
Sohan, the pass to Primetime. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Irving kicks to Exum. There's a minute left to play here in the first. That one drops for him.
And it's all about the release when you shoot the float.
For San Antonio, they've gone 6 of 8 in the game so far. A very solid start for them. Here's Primetime. And the rebound goes to the Mavericks. coming into this having notched a win against the Rockets in their last game.
And really showed their depth when they needed it most. On the road, having to manufacture points.
And, you know, the guys on the bench have great confidence in themselves. And when their name was called, they were ready to compete and contribute.
Lets the three fly. There's 25 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. Drills the three-pointer.
An emerging part of his game. Johnson's becoming a better playmaker.
Irving against Vassell. Now here's Irving. Defense is right there. And it's Exum in the corner. The three-pointer is right on target. 5 points in the game.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Nothing like answering back. One team gets 3, you fire 3 of your own. Boom.
And so both teams trading buckets as we end the first quarter. Spurs lead by 1. And back in a moment as we'll get underway with quarter number 2. And close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out in the second quarter. And guys, what's your take on the Spurs so far?
Yeah, in that first period, they look to push in transition at every opportunity.
Yeah, I like the way they play. They're looking to get up and down the court every time. Racehorse basketball here tonight. Strap it up. Don't look down. You'll miss something.
On the court for San Antonio here in the second. Collins is out there with Victor Wembanyama. And it's prime time. Then it's Jones. And it's Osman in at the small forward. And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin. Well, prime time in the last game. Against the Bulls was terrific. He contributed 61 points, and as his team has come to expect, he was a major factor from deep. A fantastic performance from him, something he wants to repeat tonight. Kevin?
Thanks, David. Yeah, it was a special night for him. The team really fed off his energy.
Yeah, the catalyst for that win, it was an effort that I'm sure he's hoping to replicate tonight.
Yeah, you know, all indications are that he feels good coming into this one. Feels confident that he can build on that prior success.
San Antonio leading by 4. Man, you look at the hype surrounding Wembanyama. Greg, it's unreal.
One of the best prospect profiles really since LeBron. Almost unfair to try and live up to the expectations, but he's got the tools to be one of the best to ever play.
Far from just a perimeter threat now, Tim Hardaway Jr. is also capable of converting inside. You know, he just has not been himself this period. Just too inconsistent up and down at the offensive end.
And Jones slams it in.
And you could see him give a little nod and then just burst to the rim for the alley-oop slam.
A pair of teammates, Greg, with a terrific feel for each other.
And I tell you what, guys, that's a big play to make in a close game. Potential momentum builder there.
Prime time's shot is good.
And he's really made the most of his opportunities today. I mean, he needs to keep working for those kinds of looks.
And Dallas calls their first time out of the game. Exum, he's checked in for Dallas. Seth Curry comes in for Tim Hardaway Jr. And San Antonio with the change here, too. Johnson, he's checked in for Jetty Osman. Second quarter, we're a little over a minute and a half in. And Greg, when things go crazy, coaches are often the first to go. But how often does that improve things?
Sometimes it goes the opposite direction, Kevin. But the simple fact is it's usually easier to change the coach than it is to turn over the roster. And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
It's hard for me to watch this. I mean, the defense practically giving them those shots.
Curry can't get it to go. And it's Jones with the ball for the Spurs. They lead by 6, their biggest margin. Looking ahead, they've got the Jazz coming into town for the next game. That game is the first and last of their homestand. And here is Irving, following the 3 from primetime. Dallas, no good that time either.
Well, it looks like he's cooled down a bit after hitting those 2 in the first quarter.
From past the arc, the shot's good on the assist by Johnson. Johnson's got 3 assists tonight.
All these threes they're giving up have really been the driving force on this run.
Exum passes to Powell. Here's Irving. Fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a 3-point play chance for him.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Well, listless and lifeless at the defensive end. I mean, especially inside. They've really got to pick up that interior defense.
Looking at who's out there now for the Spurs. Sohan's checked in, and it's Vassell in for Trey Jones.
In terms of finishing ability, it's hard to think of someone who tops Kyrie Irving.
Greg, the list is short, particularly when you talk about guys of his size, okay? His bag of tricks is limitless when you talk about finishing in close quarters against bigger guys. There are few that are in his class in that regard.
And with an update from the sidelines, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Thanks very much. Now, the Mavericks' all-time great Dirk Nowitzki this summer was enshrined in the Naismith Memorial Basketball Hall of Fame and received a huge statue outside the Mavericks arena. The iconic one-legged fadeaway immortalized in bronze. Inscribed on the base, "Loyalty never fades away." 21 letters, one for each of his 21 seasons playing in Dallas. Kevin?
Isn't that something? Great stuff, DA. Thank you. Tim Hardaway Jr.'s checked in for Kyrie Irving. Curry. Dallas again missing. Here are the Spurs with the ball. They're on a 17-7 run. Here's primetime, and they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
And at the offensive end, he's done about as much as they could have hoped for today.
Kyrie Irving's checked in for the Mavericks. And San Antonio also making a switch. Wembanyama, he's checked in for Collins. Outside for Curry. Williams for 3. Wembanyama with the rebound. Wembanyama's got 4 rebounds in this game. Here's primetime. Good, he hits again.
Oh, another extraordinary effort from him. But we've come to expect this now.
Yeah, he's now tied for the 5th most 40-point games over a single season, setting expectations extremely high. Irving looking over the floor, shoots over Vassell. No good from Irving.
Boy, this is bad. Tough to watch. I mean, this is really bad. He's stone cold this quarter. Man.
Primetime's shot is good.
He's found his rhythm from deep, and you can see the confidence.
Yeah, I'd be confident too, as a matter of fact. I mean, if you're stacking up threes the way he is, I mean, he's doing all his work from behind the arc.
And Williams is right there. Williams has got his first 2 points of the night.
Oh, how about the deft touch right there, guys?
He just guided that ball back up and in. Just a fingertip touch on the ball.
That's exactly right. No need to catch it when you've got the kind of soft hands that he does.
I mean, he's just been brilliant today, guys, and it was the same exact story last time out.
I wasn't quite sure if he'd be able to maintain that same level of play. I had my doubts coming into this game, but consider my doubts disappeared.
A dominating first half of basketball, and so far hasn't been close. It's San Antonio up 19. Stay with us, folks. We'll get back just after halftime to start the third quarter.
Well, not having Mitchell causes major difficulties. He does so many things for them, and he gives them that explosiveness.
Yeah, he can go on absolute tears. Now it has to be a total collective effort, Jack.
Or he goes on a tear.
Yeah, I was going to say, what college did you go to?
And now looking at our current game in progress, a disaster of a first half for the Mavericks.
Their D has been like Swiss.
And that is it for halftime, folks. It is back to Kevin.
Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. Really an incredible game from primetime.
Yeah, he's just been raining down on them from deep here. You talk about dialed in.
Well, you know, the stroke looks fantastic. Even when he's had a hand in his face, it hasn't affected him at all.
Exum is out there with Grant Williams. Then there's Seth Curry. Then there's Irving. And it's Lively in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. That's the lineup in the game for Dallas. Primetime's shot is good. Primetime's got 48.
It's just hard to believe that someone can perform at such a high level. They've got to thank him for this lead.
Vassell against Irving. Lively the pass to Curry. A second chance effort. Lively's shot is off.
And that's the battle they haven't been winning today. Their work on the glass has been porous, and that's got to change.
Yeah, no question about it. I mean, as they're looking to battle back, that's one of the key elements. You got to rebound.
Curry, a screen on Vassell. And a wide open look for Irving. No good on the three.
And they're 1 of 4 here to start the second half.
You know, here we are, Greg, looking at Victor Wembanyama. I mean, can he get any taller? Wow.
Well, he's already 7'4", Kevin. But yes, what's amazing is that I still think he's grown, which is scary for the rest of the league.
You know, the staple of Seth Curry's game is shooting the ball off the catch.
Here's Primetime, and another one falls.
And the 50-point games continue to add up for him.
Well, every game takes him closer to the next benchmark. Next up, second place all time.
And Wilt had 30 games of 50 points or more back in 1963, and that number gets closer and closer with games like this.
Already a lot of talk about who's going to take part in the three-point contest this season, and here's a look at the players most likely to make it.
And so many great shooters in the NBA these days, and these guys, quite frankly, the best of the best. I wouldn't be surprised if we see a scoring record broken in this year's competition.
You look at Primetime, and it's him all alone atop the voting. It's pretty much a done deal that he'll be showing off his long-range skills in the three-point contest.
Yep, and he's going to be scary to have to go up against if he's on that day. Nobody can shoot it like he can when he gets in a groove.
And we'll keep you posted as we find out more and as we get closer to the three-point contest once we have our final list of official contestants.
Yeah, it's going to be very competitive. That's the one thing we all know. We got an incredible group of long-distance shooters in this league right now.
A floater, rebounded by the Spurs.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Yeah, you look across the board, it's actually sizing up, shaping up to be a great game. I mean, strong performances throughout, and they've really been strong on the glass.
Now the pass to Williams. Outside Irving. Vassell grabs the board. Spurs have gone 5 of 7 from the field in the third quarter. Let's see if they can keep it up. Here's prime time. The shot will not fall. And it's Curry with the ball, bringing it up for the Dallas Mavericks. Pass to Lively. Shakes him. Good, and Curry gets the assist. Lively's got 4 points now in the quarter.
High basketball IQ on display from Curry there, making a quick pass.
Here's prime time. Hangs in midair and converts on the double clutch layup.
You know, throughout this quarter, guys, they've had no answer for him defensively, and he's been absolutely relentless.
Irving up top, covered by Vassell. Irving passes to Williams. And now here's Johnson, the fast break chance. A 3-ball. And again, 60 points. This guy cannot be stopped.
They've had no answer for him in this one.
Exum with it, and it's Johnson picking him up. 46 seconds left to play here in the third. Williams has a screen for Curry. And count it from 19 feet away. Curry's got his third basket of the night.
Boy, an excellent shooter. Seth Curry takes pride in spraying you from this spot.
Here's prime time. And again, it's the Spurs from deep.
They're getting a lot of their points outside the paint. 3 of their last 5 baskets are from three-point range.
Down low, it's a 4-second differential between the shot clock and game clock.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
And it's been a well-rounded performance. I mean, strong rebounding has certainly been at the center of it, but it's been good on a number of levels.
It's been this way since halftime. Tremendous production from beyond the arc.
Boy, it's been a 3-point barrage. They came out gunning and have not stopped.
And as we conclude the third quarter, pretty much a blowout. It's been a one-sided affair. It's San Antonio opening up a huge gap. And we're just moments away from the start of the fourth quarter. Stay with us. And let's go back to a terrific pass that we're calling tonight our State Farm assist of the game.
And definitely deserving of the prize tonight. How about the read he made here? Looking like a point guard with the pass right on the money.
Terrific versatility coming from a big man. Not something that the majority of big guys possess.
And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. On the floor for San Antonio starting the fourth quarter, we've got Devontae Graham. Primetime is out there with Trey Jones. Then it's Collins, and it's Osman in at the 4. Now here's Hardaway. Defense right on him. Puts it up from 12. He gets it in there.
Skill that's going in a variety of ways. I mean, give Hardaway Jr. these looks, and he's happy to oblige.
Oh, my!
Wow!
Wow! We are going to remember that one for a while.
I know I will, Greg. That was special. That was really special.
A circus dunk for you right there, guys.
It's been a nice stretch for them offensively.
I mean, the communication's great. The movement's been really good. This is solid team basketball.
Irving. No good. Excellent D that time from Jones. Here's primetime. Comes up empty down low.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
Here's Irving. Passes it to Powell. He kicks it to Hardaway. Tries from the block. Outside, Jones. Pass to Hardaway. Powell sets a screen for Hardaway. They get it again. Three-pointer. Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
Hardaway Jr. rises and fires with great confidence from there.
Jones, the pass to Primetime. Takes it inside. Again, what an avalanche!
What a game. That's 72 points.
He's been simply, Greg, sensational throughout this one. The pass to Jones, and out of bounds as San Antonio gains possession. And it's Jones with the ball for San Antonio. Yet another bucket.
And he's been dominant here thus far.
Shouldering the offense, GA, really taking it to the opposition. Pass to Kleba. Outside Hardaway. The tray. Hits the three-point bomb. Hardaway has got 8 points in the quarter.
Boy, they've been terrific from beyond here in the second.
Exactly what the doctor ordered. Those three-point bombs will erase the deficit quickly if they can keep it up.
And despite the size disadvantage, attacking the heart of that defense.
You know what, guys, honestly, I didn't think he'd win that battle. I mean, that's a lot of height to give up.
Passes to Exum. We've seen some amazing offensive performances recently. Clark, is it possible someone could match Wilt's 100-point game?
Look, Kevin, I don't know if I'm ready to go that far, but I also said I'd never see a 16 beat a 1 in the NCAA tournament, and it's happened twice in the last 5 years. So never say never, but you got to think, you're seeing teams put up 165, 170 points in a game. Could a player get 100 of those? I think it's possible.
Irving kicks to Hardaway. Good, and the assist goes to Irving. Irving's got his 4th assist in this one.
How about dueling from long range, just going at each other?
Looks to me like there could be something personal taking place here.
Good, that's another bucket.
81 on the night, channeling his inner Mamba right now.
There is no slowing this guy down. He is on fire.
Really hard to think of things they didn't do well in this one. Certainly a dominant night on offense
for San Antonio.
As one-sided as it gets today, you know, there were some dominant moments in about every facet of this game for that team.
Yeah, I mean, Kevin, it's hard to think of what didn't go right for them. Game planning by the coaches, execution by the players, everything was just on target.
And so all the hard work here tonight converted into a tally in the win column. It'll be number 26 on the year.
And making the right plays when necessary, closing out this club for the 2nd time this season. This victory.
And good, there's another.
And he's been out of this world tonight. Unreal offensively.
The points just keep adding up. Close to the 4th most points ever in an NBA game. Doesn't go, only his 3rd miss in 9 tries. Here's Primetime, guarded by Hardaway, and the call on the shot that sends him to the line. That free throw good from Primetime. Both free throws good from Primetime. 43 seconds left in the game. And here is Hardaway to the middle, feeds to Exum. Graham with the rebound.
Boy, he has to put that one away. A solid opportunity gone awry.
Driving in, and another one.
And he's now tied for the 4th most points in an NBA game all time. He is knocking down everything.
It's truly one of the greatest games in league history. He cannot miss. Irving can't get it to go. Here's prime time. Another bucket. Wow!
He has been simply unstoppable.
And he's now third all-time for points in a game. One for the ages. Right side, Irving. And so it's San Antonio, easily taking this one. This crowd was stunned by the manner in which their team was dismantled.
You know what? Shocking. I don't care what the matchup is. You never expect a road team to come in and just cruise to the kind of win they did tonight.
And that'll do it, folks. For Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge. This is Kevin Harlan along with our terrific 2K Sports crew, thanking you for tuning in. We'll see you later.
Nice team win. Let's keep it going. Game time, baby.
Oh, we winning this one tonight. I can feel it.
Welcome and thank you for spending this holiday season with 2K Sports as we get ready for the special NBA presentation. Here with Grant Hill and Richard Jefferson, this is Brian Anderson. Joining us from the sidelines, Allie LaForce. And the Jazz start out with the ball. Well, Grant, it's the time of year where teams are starting to find their identity and looking forward to the coming months.
Yeah, you know, you're through the initial grind, and it's onward and upward from here. But teams are still figuring out who the contenders and pretenders might be. But nobody's hopes are completely tarnished just yet.
So here are the Jazz starting five. We've got Walker Kessler, Colin Sexton out there with Chris Dunn. Then it's Lauri Markkanen, and it's Fontecchio in at the 3. And it's good! He hits another one!
And that puts him over the 2,000-point mark for his career. No one has gotten to that milestone quicker.
And you have to wonder just how many points he'll rack up over the course of his career.
Well, if you look at the players who scored at this level so early in their NBA careers, it's a who's who of some of the greatest offensive players to ever take the court.
And Prime Time gets it to go. Prime Time's gotten his second bucket on the night.
The beautiful all-around game of Johnson, so dependable when it comes to finding open teammates.
Dunn outside. Pass to Fontecchio. Sexton with it. Clock at 6. The Jazz again can't hit.
And you just can't afford to give up that kind of look very often.
Maybe the first thing people notice about Sohan, his hairstyle, Richard.
Yeah, it can be pretty eye-catching there, B.A. I agree, but it does maybe distract from his play, which can at times be unique and just as flashy.
Here's Kessler. It's wide right, hits off the rim.
0 for 4 to start things off. Got a bit of a pillow fight brewing here, but they're going to get it going.
Here's Wembanyama. Good D by Kessler.
That's just a bucket like you expect him to make. It's tough when you miss those.
Vassell against Sexton. Pass to Markkanen. Oh, rejected by Wembanyama.
With his length and energy, Wembanyama has the ability to be a game-changing defender.
2 on the clock. Markkanen.
It looks like they're sleepwalking through the first quarter.
And another shot.
And you see that in building their lead, they've done an impressive job on the defensive glass.
Here's Prime Time. Counted from distance. Prime Time's got 9.
You don't want to let him get into a rhythm from out there.
Utah calls timeout. And a moment now to take a look at a terrific player who has earned the Player of the Week in the Western Conference.
Oh, it's been so much fun to watch him on the offensive end recently. He's really his team's engine on that end of the floor, sparking plays and helping them find open shots and big points.
When it comes to the Utah Jazz, it's evident that they are in rebuild mode, Grant.
Yeah, you know, B.A., after trading away both Rudy Gobert and Donovan Mitchell in the summer of '22, the Jazz are focused on starting new and building a team with young talent. He just brings a great feel for the game at the offensive end.
Here's Prime Time. Kessler with a rebound. Utah trailing here. Sexton passes to Dunn. Back to Sexton. The 3. Oh, and again, it's the Jazz from deep.
I mean, Sexton can shoot from anywhere, strong from beyond the arc.
For San Antonio, they've gone 4 of 6 in the first quarter. Here's Prime Time, defended by Dunn. Here's Prime Time. Tried to come right back with a 3 of his own, but it's no good. Utah has gone 2 of 5 from deep. Pass to Dunn. Back to Sexton. Kessler a screen. Sexton with it, now guarded by Wembanyama. They get it again. Kessler passes to Sexton, and he banks in the layup. Sexton's got his second bucket on the night.
Their ball movement on this run has been tremendous. It's led to a lot of good, clean, open looks.
Time called here. San Antonio decides to talk it over. For the Jazz, Olynyk's checked in for Markkanen. Clarkson comes in for Fontecchio. And it's George in for Dunn. And so it's Jones who brings up the ball for the Spurs. Pass to Vassell. There's the triple. The rebound by the Jazz. This game coming after a loss versus the Raptors.
Just a tough road loss. You're going against players who are comfortable shooting in their own building. You have to find a way to disrupt their focus.
Well, they weren't fighting through screens. Their closeouts and rotations were late. You name it, and let's just say they didn't do it on defense.
A different look for Utah. Markkanen's checked in for Olynyk. Fontecchio comes in for Sexton. And it's Dunn in for George. San Antonio has gone just 1 of 6 from the perimeter here in the second. So the Utah 5 right now. Walker Kessler out there with Lauri Markkanen. Then it's Jordan Clarkson. Then there's Chris Dunn. And it's Fontecchio in at the small forward. Clarkson against Johnson. Dunn outside. Pass to Kessler. Clarkson for 3. San Antonio with a rebound. Wembanyama's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Some players just have an innate knack for scoring the ball, Grant. Jordan Clarkson, definitely one of them.
Man, absolutely, B.A. That jump shot has to be honored. And because of that, he's able to get inside and create for himself and others.
And with players like Morant and Giannis last season getting undercut around the rim, would you support moving the charge circle out a foot, Grant?
You know, B.A., that's a good idea. I mean, I don't see why not. The league wants more highlights and less injuries, so it seems to make a lot of sense to me.
Vassell, he's checked in for Wembanyama. Olynyk's checked in for Utah. Sexton comes in for Clarkson. He's perfect from the line this time. And now about 3 minutes gone in the second quarter here. Sexton looking around. Ooh, coming through again, shooting 5 for 7 now.
I love that hoop from Colin Sexton. Don't settle, young man.
Here's Primetime, defended by Dunn. Primetime passes to Johnson. Sends it home from three-point land. Johnson's got his first 3 points of the game.
And what kind of defense was that? You can't give up wide open threes like that. What are you doing?
Inside, here's Dunn. Got a hand on it. Here's Primetime. Checked by Sexton. Primetime. And again, it's San Antonio with a 3. All right, guys, what's your take on the hustle stats for the Spurs?
When you pile up the blocks earlier in games, it really can affect the other team. They lose confidence offensively.
You know, they've also been very effective at running the floor. Just a ton of points in the fast break. It's been a big part of their success.
And here comes the break. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good. And for the Jazz, they're shooting around 29% in quarter number 2. Now here's Dunn. Defense is right there. Robbed. Oh, and a fast break for the Spurs. Flushes it down to finish the break.
Something Vassell is only improving at, recognizing these chances to drop an easy dime.
27 seconds left in the second. Pass to Kessler. And here's Sexton. Can they get it? Nails it. He's now 6 for 8 from the floor.
And off the jump, they were effective from deep. I don't know why they haven't continued to fire from out there.
Going inside. Prime time. Can't get it to go. Right side, Sexton. It's tipped. And so the San Antonio Spurs up by a healthy 8 points at the end of the period. Appearing in control, but could still use a little more of a push to feel totally comfortable in this one. All right, stick around. We'll be right back after this.
Welcome, everyone, as we dig into the details. Things working out so far for the San Antonio Spurs.
They're playing at a fast pace, seizing opportunities to beat the defense down the floor. That's created some mismatches that have been to their advantage.
Running like a young Shaquille O'Neal.
Well, I'm still running, Ernie. Running to the snack bar.
And the next order of business, seeing which players are in the running for a spot in this season's dunk contest.
These dudes, I'm telling you guys, this is a great field. Some high risers on this list.
Yeah, athletically and in ranking to make the contest. That does it for halftime. Let's get back to game action. Here's Brian Anderson with the start of the third quarter.
And if you're just joining in, one half is in the books, one half to go. San Antonio leading. Vassell and Johnson are the 2 and the 3. Inside at the 4 and 5, it's Sohan and Wembanyama. And it's prime time in at the point. That's the San Antonio 5. 6 to shoot. Kessler with a rebound. Kessler's got his 7th rebound here tonight.
Thanks, guys. Well, primetime in their last time out against the Mavericks just played phenomenal. He dropped an amazing number of points, and he was locked in from deep. But when hasn't he been? His numbers from that game jump off the stat sheet. He was just superb. Guys, let's see if he can do it again.
Okay, Allie, thanks. Well, that was an incredible night for him. They rode him to that win.
And he was more than happy to carry them, B.A. He might still be feeding off that performance heading into this one.
And it's very likely that he and his guys can carry that momentum into this one.
And so it's Utah with it. 11-point game. Boy, they'd love if anyone could get a bucket.
Yeah, their offense has been grinding to a halt.
Pass to Sexton. Fires the 3. That's off target. Now 6 for 10.
And this is exactly who you want taking that shot. He just missed it. What a smart pass from Wembanyama. Already adept at scanning the floor and finding open teammates.
Done. The pass to Markkanen. To the inside. Oh, look at the fin with the finish. Lauri Markkanen.
Well, I guess we could give him credit for not getting discouraged. They're still playing hard. He's doing his job out there.
And prime time gets it to go.
And this has been a nice start to the second half. They're 3 out of 4 in a rhythm on the offense right now.
Now here's Dunn. Not a lot of room.
Oh, yeah. That'll do it.
Wow, an emphatic two-handed slam. The Spurs have gotten 3 of 4 shots to fall so far in the third. Here's Primetime, defended by Dunn. Primetime can't get it to go. For Utah, they've gotten 2 of 4 shots to go since the break. Here's Sexton. Nice D from Vassell. The Spurs shooting at 45% of the game so far. Here's Primetime. And they'll get another chance.
Just continuing to pile it on, refusing to let up.
If he has space in the mid-range, he'll let it fly. Doesn't matter if the score is tied or they are up big.
Pass to Markkanen. Oh, Markkanen good in the paint.
It's just one of those nights where he's been very good, but his team is losing, and that's just an odd feeling.
Here's Primetime, defended by Dunn. Here's Primetime. There's the drive. Oh, an amazing finish with a hand right in his face. Primetime's got 9 points in the quarter. Vassell against Sexton. 1:51 left in the third quarter. Shot clock at 5. Kessler a screen. 14 feet away. Jump shot is good that time. Sexton's got 17.
Great awareness by Sexton to find the soft spot. Nice pull up there, pure from mid-range.
Now a timeout called by San Antonio. And the Spurs with some changes. Collins comes in for Victor Wembanyama, and it's Jones in for Sohan. Olynyk's checked in for Utah. Clarkson comes in for Markkanen. Third quarter action, and just under 3.5 minutes have passed. Prime time. Utah with the rebound. Clarkson's got 4 rebounds now. Utah has gone 0 for 2 from outside here in the third. Olynyk with a screen on Vassell. Here's Sexton. And with that one, the deficit trimmed to single digits. Sexton's got 19 points.
It's never easy trying to stop Sexton. I love watching him bounce off the defense and finish in style.
Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Well, the Utah Jazz are exceeding expectations since they reset their roster last season. Kelly Olynyk said, "We can definitely get better still. We have a great group of high-character guys. We love competing next to each other. We have a lot of room to grow, and we just have to work on getting better collectively." Brian?
Well, it seems like the rebuild is going well. Thanks, Allie. And so it's Johnson with it. He brings it up for the San Antonio Spurs. Here's primetime. Check by Sexton. Primetime. Can't get it to go.
The D has to respect his range. He made 2 in the first half, and he's capable of draining even more here in the second quarter and beyond.
Dunn's shot is good.
Wow, they're really being taken advantage of defensively out there. No rim protection whatsoever.
5-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. And yep, it's good.
They are passing the ball around tremendously right now.
Clarkson against Vassell. Tries a 10-footer. That one rolls around and rims out. Down low. The kick out to Johnson. Launches it. Knocks down the long J. Johnson's got 6.
Anywhere on the arc, Johnson has the green light. He is that skilled of a range shooter.
And so it's San Antonio. A sizable lead of 14 at the break. We hear teams talk about wanting to get the ball inside, but this is how you do it. And more NBA. Greg Popovich addressing his team. Let's hear what he had to say.
Let's play even smarter and make sure we play harder than them. Let's go. Let's go.
So both teams changing it up here. Here's primetime, defended by Horton Tucker. Here's primetime, rebounded by the Jazz. So on the floor for Utah, George out there with Talen Horton Tucker. Then it's Lauri Markkanen, then it's Jordan Clarkson, and it's Olynyk in at the center position. George outside, pass to Markkanen, 5 to shoot. It's good. Set up beautifully by George.
A growing aspect of George's game. He's working to become a strong facilitator.
With the teardrop, and that's 2 points on the layup. Primetime's got 31 points.
And shooting-wise, he's been fantastic, helping to build this lead.
Pass to Olynyk. Markkanen outside. Takes the 3. Oh, the soft touch from Markkanen, the 7-footer.
1 this half, 2 for the game. Staying active from beyond the arc.
Now a timeout called by San Antonio. A different look for San Antonio. Sohan's checked in for Osman. Johnson comes in for Graham. And it's Vassell in for Jones. A big group substitution here for Utah. Kessler, he's checked in for Olynyk. Fontecchio comes in for Clarkson. Colin Sexton's checked in for Horton Tucker. And it's Dunn in for George.
And with this kind of vision, we could see the assist numbers go sky high for Wembanyama.
For Utah, they've got 2 of 8 shots to drop in the final quarter. Here's Kessler. to the middle. Here's Markkanen. Dunn outside. Fires the three. That shot off the mark. Well, the Spurs shooting the ball at 48% so far. Prime time. And again, it's San Antonio with a three.
He was solid in the first half from deep. He's a guy who can get hot. Let's see how he does here in the second.
Pass to Fontecchio. Here's Dunn. Now here's Markkanen. The three from Sexton. Sohan with a rebound. Here's Primetime. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
I tell you, a little extra pressure on D when you're up against a point guard who can elevate.
It doesn't make it easy, does it?
Yeah, hard to strategize for a guy who can make a pass or a play like this right in your face.
Kessler passes to Sexton. Pass to Dunn. They need this. Sinks it from distance. Here's Primetime. Just a bucket away from 40 points here.
Hey, B.A., he has been relentless at the offensive end.
Good. He hits again.
I mean, it's unbelievable. I mean, he's now 5th in number of 40-point games over a single season.
Oh, one of the more bankable scores this league has seen. You have to marvel at his consistency. Fontecchio, the pass to Markkanen. Here's Fontecchio. Shot clock at 6. Pass to Sexton. Three-pointer. Here's Kessler. Oh, and he blocks it off the glass. Wow.
And the distance between the point totals for these teams tells the whole story. Just a fantastic effort, and you have to give it up for the Spurs.
Their unbelievable shooting was probably the biggest difference tonight, but they also got stops.
Yeah, great effort on both ends. Now, they worked for good shots, and they were stingy defensively as well, but just really impressive.
That'll do it for this one. They've earned their 27th victory of the year tonight.
And having this win on the books might give them a little mental advantage the next.
Let's go. I wake up to a little bit of drool on my pillow, feel like it's gonna be a bad day. Yeah, I'm tired of shit, and the coffee ain't hit yet, damn, ain't that great. I don't wanna go to work, cause my boss is a jerk, and I'm not even that paid. I need a change in my life, cause I don't feel alive, and there's nothing that makes me happy. Hold my beer for a minute, I'm about to quit my job, cash in for a ticket. I'm going on a trip and I don't plan to visit. I'm gonna stay there till I feel like I'm winning, and this is just the beginning. I need a big change, help me feel like living. I need a big swing, home runs I'm hitting, and I'll never look back, moving on till I get it all. And we all got dreams, we all want things, but what you gonna do for it? How you gonna move for it? What you gonna be? And do you believe you can do anything? But what you gonna do for it? How you gonna move for it? What you gonna be? My strife, my right to fight, to die on. And this is my game to play, to claim a brand new name, And I ain't gonna lie to you, I'm a bit nervous that I might screw everything up that I've ever done. But what's the point of living if you ain't having fun? I guess I'll try this, try that, might miss, gotta find what I'm good at. I guess I look here, look there, over where am I scared, where am I at? I gotta make it in this life. Whatever makes me happy, know I'm doing things right. Sipping in the summer on a goose and Sprite, or find a nightclub for the end of the night, And we all got dreams, we all want things, but what you gonna do for it? How you gonna move for it? What you gonna be? And do you believe you can do anything?